And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. Special. Look at that. Special coming to you on the Tuesday, right? For Morning Mindset. Kind of, sort of. How's everybody doing on this post-holiday of a day? So what brings me here today? Well, we didn't get to have a show yesterday, and I want to make sure everybody knows about tonight's show. So we'll just do a little, hey, how's everybody doing today? We'll check in, see how people are doing. Yes, still have 5 things. Yes, still let me know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. As far as here, I haven't updated the weather. It was foggy out, I think. It was cold, like not cold, but 30s to 40s. And we've got the sparkling kiwi guava in the cup this morning. And as far as our 5 things, let's talk about 5 things in this week. How many of you are working this week? Or how many are off? How many are kind of sort of working? We're that kind of sort of working. There's jobs that we need to get completed, but it's not going to be a full schedule week. We still have some Christmas stuff. We still have some holiday stuff going on, so it's not going to be a full schedule week, but we will be working. So there is DTF printing that needs to be done. I've got actual 3-day training course that starts today, so I've got that the next 3 days. I've got 2 sales calls today, so we'll get on those. I've got a little invoicing that needs to be done for the end of the year. And then we've got Tuesday with Todd tonight at 5 p.m. Central, where we're going to be talking with Sarah from Distinctive Merch Company about Canva. And I'm really excited about how that one's going to work out, because I know Canva is more than just, a design tool. There's so much more to it. And Sarah does a really good job on content planning on it. So if I can take a little of that to add it to a little of what we do, I think it's going to be a good thing. I know it's going to be a good thing. So I think, if anybody has a Canva account, then why not tune in for this training? So I'm going to make sure to post a link down here so you can go there, watch that, go there and just click the button, watch the set the reminder, and then you'll be able to watch that tonight, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's check in and see, because like I said, this one just came right off the button, so we'll see how many people end up showing up here. What's up, Chuck? A good morning to you. I had to talk to Chuck this morning. All right, Renee, good morning to you. 37 Chicagoland, very gray outside, water in the bottle. It is. It's just, we had gorgeous temps for the holiday, but it would have been nice if it was sunny. Like, it rained nonstop yesterday. The only thing I kept thinking was, I'm just glad it's not snow. Glad it's not snow. Glad it's not snow. On the way to the doctor to get the stitches removed. Hopefully everyone had a great Christmas. Hi, Chuck. We had a fairly good one. We had some fun. We usually, for Christmas for us, we'll do Christmas Eve at my mom's house, and then Christmas Day here, and then we'll have all the kids over next weekend. So we had a good time. Had some cinnamon rolls, had some ham, played some Screw Your Neighbor. It was a good time. Got got almost everything that I had asked for. A day without kids fighting and arguing, it just can't happen. So, for the most part, it was a good one, and then we still have another Christmas coming up, which is why this week is kind of hit and miss because we're still stuff we need to do. Typically, this is a great shopping day for stuff that's on special, stuff close out. So maybe try and sneak out for any of that. And then just keep pounding away at work. That's what we got. Oh, and good morning, Renee, right there. FU Facebook user, good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Now, Facebook and Streamer don't always play nice together. When that happens, guess what? That's what you are, Facebook user. So I say FU. So the way to stop that, head over to fatdadlive.com. Head over here. While you're there, make sure to like and subscribe, and then we'll know who you are. So tonight's show, we're talking Canva, using that as a content planner. And then next week's show will be the first one of the year. And that one is going to be all about setting goals, your goals for 2024 and what we can do with that. So I'm going to post the link for the form in there to go there and fill out. It's going to be pretty easy to do. You're going to be able to change it throughout the year, so as things go with it. But we're looking for your overall goal, your first quarter goal, your monthly goals. Put all that in there, and then we were going to talk about that next week. Chuck's sitting there with a 67 there in Central Florida. Much better than yesterday, rainy and cloudy. Yesterday, it was like temp-wise, it was gorgeous. Cold, rain-wise, it was just bad. Yep, it is. This is just a random live. I was sitting here doing some things, and I said, you know what? I should just go live why I can, because it's been a few days, and talk about tonight, because there should be email. You should, if you're on the email list, emails should have already went out. You should see posts for that. You should see posts for tonight's show. I said I want as many people here to show Sarah the love as possible, because she's scared. She's like really scared. And I told her it'll be fine. You'll do just fine. T-Town says, but Tim over here in Toledo, 52 and gloomy. Got your Monster Hydro. You working today? Are you working somewhat? What are you doing today there, Tim? And there's the links. Here's the links for the form. I want everybody to get in there and do that. And T-Town's cleaning this morning, throwing old prints out for school orders. Got 3 tent jobs starting at 11. Then tried to get something productive down for the rest of the day. That doesn't sound bad at all. Brian's got 35 and sunny working, but everyone else is off today. Decals to cut, decorations to take down, still inventory spreadsheets to sort through. Go see Christmas lights tonight. That doesn't sound like a bad deal at all. Now, Brian, what are you guys working this week? I know you said you're in there, but we're all, as business owners, we're always working, right? Even if I say I'm not going to be in here, it was like this weekend. I may have not been in here, but I watched videos, I read articles, I listened to a couple books. I was consistently. Either way, I was still working on things. And that was kind of how today was going to go, where it's like, here, let me get this, and this done. I have a training that starts at 11. I'm going to do a call. I'm going to try and get a call in before that, and then after that. And then we got Tuesday with Todd tonight. So, yeah, we're going to be working. Barb, happy holidays to you. Good morning. North Central Minnesota, rainy and 36. No snow. No snow here either. Not yet. I know it is coming. Still need to record and edit video for tomorrow. Today's a good one. I seen you posted some good videos over the weekend. Not saying that I thought they were good because I was a part of them, but man, you're definitely an inspiration to me there, Tim. I am. That's on the goal sheet for next year, because I definitely need to get better at it, because it is it was flawed, and so I just need to do it. Right. That's what I just need to do. And Barb giving her her good mornings, or her highs to Chuck, Brian, Renee, Tim. Kelly, good morning to you. 31 there in Lebanon. Embroidery, paperwork, working on 2024 goals, and cleaning and shirts to press. I love that. Which, like I said, make sure go click that link so that way you can get in there for, because that's going to be what we're going to talk next week, is goals of what we got going on for the schedule. And Cindy, good morning to you. It's a muddy mess outside. 5 things: schedule social media, set up my Amazon links, deliver my last orders of the year, clean up my studio, spatchcock chicken to celebrate the start of vacation. That sounds good. I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. We got leftover ham in there. We got the good thing about cooking stuff is, we've got leftover stuff in there. And then this weekend, I know we're going to pull pork, so I got to make sure to pull that out of the freezer, and there's something else I got to pull out. So we got to get all that taken care of as we plan for this upcoming holiday week. Cindy, when we're on for What was that? Was that for 9th, 17th? 17th, are we doing hair bows? Are we still on for that? I need to make sure there. Sarah, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. As we go into next year, because it's last week of the year, right? Things didn't turn out this year the way that we planned. We talked about that on last week's show, and so we're kind of just reflecting on how we can make things work out next year. And a lot of it is going to be me asking a lot more of you guys. Yeah, I'm going to ask more. I'm going to ask for sales more. I'm going to ask for clicks more. I'm going to ask more reviews. I'm going to ask. I'm going to be the ask hole next year. We have been in talks, and I talked to there's a handful of people that are kind of in the same space doing the same thing, and I keep in contact with them. I said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And I was talking, the private membership side, and they're like, "Well, what's the difference between the private membership side that somebody would pay for versus the stuff that you do for free, because that's something that you're known for is free content." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That's where I have that the kind of spot where I'm like, I just don't know." And they're like, "Well, in that setting, it's a lot easier to control what's going on, what's happening. So you can schedule it up of this is what you're going to talk about." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, you can already do discounts. You can already add your things to that. Like, "Yeah." And they said, kind of the big thing I think people need with is just on that just place to talk. So maybe if you're going to do it, do some work hours throughout the month. Just some co-op space with it. Throw the discounts in there, and in the most part, do your best to help people out. And one of the big things was what we know that we see people kind of get tripped up on is that pricing side and that marketing side. So as we do new things and try new things, and with the system, our new system next year, we're going to walk you through all of that on the private side. And so that's one of our goals, is to have that set up. A couple of the other ones are getting our video game that stepped up, setting those goals for things that we really want to do. And every month, the first Wednesday of every month of 2024, we're going to revisit goals. So it's something that we're going to stay on top of for each other, help each other out with it. And I'm pretty excited about that. The other thing is on the marketing side. I'm setting a goal for how many people I want to be a part of that next year. So how many new clients that we bring in. And since this is going to be, that garment decoration arena, that personalized gift thing, because it's what we do, what we know, anything that we build for ourselves, if you're in our marketing thing, we're just going to give you. So that's another part of it, is come along for the ride, and you get to be some fun stuff there. FU Facebook user, how's it going? How's you doing this morning? T-Town says, "I've been thinking I need to switch over to DTF neck labels, but I have not ran the numbers to see on how much they cost per." So what it's really going to decide on is how big that is. If you're going, that 1 inch by half inch or whatever for there, and then how you're going to do it out from there, because you think, and the other thing too is when people don't think about neck labels is the labor that goes into it. Now, what is the platen that Stalls has, the neck labeler? It's not called the neck labeler, but that way you can get it done, pretty quick. But you've got the labor of pulling out a tag. I know it just takes a couple seconds, but let's think about it. If it just takes, let's say it takes 2 seconds to do it. Let's really be honest. 2 seconds, right? And you're going to do 1,000 shirts this year. Not hard to do it all. But so that's 2,000 seconds. Now, if we divide that by 60 seconds, it's 33 minutes. 33 minutes, that's labor that goes into it. Now, the time to press that, set it all up. So, yeah, you just have to make sure that it is cost effective for that. Alan, a nice Tuesday morning surprise. Yeah, I thought it was. I was sitting here. I was like, I need to get some stuff done. So we'll go live. No real rhyme reason. In my other group, a couple of the things that I need to figure out for next year is how we can take Morning Mindset and turn it into a podcast, which I think with repurpose, it should just be able to pull from here and then go do that. So that's on, Clean. That's one of the goals, is to have that set up there. And they said, well, how hard would it be to do a daily one? And I said, super hard, because it's staying committed to it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is easy. adding those 2 other days in it, it could get a little cumbersome. But they're like, hey, maybe that's what you need to do is do a daily one, Monday through Friday. And they said, actually keep up that 15 minutes, half hour tops. And that would be tough for me. We know that it is tough for me to stick to a schedule on something like that, especially when we get on a roll. And they said, but that's when you just stop. And you say, hey, we're going to continue this conversation over in our after hours club. Okay, that would make sense. So I'm trying to see how all that works out. But if we go live a little bit more, we go live a little bit more, right? Curtis, good morning to you. 32 degrees and light snow out there. We still have no snow. And I'm fine with that. That's what it is. The tag along. That tag along is what it's called. And the people that I know that have it, that are using it, they love it. They say it saves them a ton to do their tags, and they're doing it at the same time that they're doing the fronts of shirts, so it works out really well for them. You just have to know if it's right for you and run the numbers. That's the biggest thing I can say is run the numbers and see on it. What else would I guess? Yeah, because I didn't do a whole. Usually, I'll keep a list of notes so that way I can touch on things here and there. But I didn't do that this morning. I said, "Here, this is what we're going to do." And as I was going through it, I'm like, "I want to try this out, and we're going to go do it." Mainly, it was a test audio, and I seen some of the things happen, so I got to make sure that those really need to be. That I need to reset everything and bring it back up because it wasn't just automatically taking it to it. And so yeah, I only really do neck labels in smaller orders, and the ones I know people may look in there. I thought the flat bill press was trying to use, but the side sucked to load the shirt on. Check out that tag along press. That tag along platen. It's really nice for it. I wonder who else is using it. I think Sarah's using it, and she's doing pretty well with it. So maybe we can ask her tonight on that. So as we talk Christmas, did everybody get? I know I'm all over the place. Did everybody get what they wanted? One of the things I told Corey, I said, this is just how we're going to start doing stuff. I'm going to create a spreadsheet. And as I see things throughout the year that I wouldn't mind, but I'm not necessarily going to buy for myself, because if I want it, I'm just going to buy it. But if anybody is looking for, a gift or things for me, I can put it on that list. And one of the things I put on there was the tumbler knife sharpener. I'd been down that TikTok hole for I don't know how long, and every time it comes, I'm like, yeah, I don't necessarily need it. I'm not gonna get it, but I had it on my list, and it was one of the gifts that we got yesterday. So believe me, I was sharpening knives and having fun, and I cannot wait to sharpen everything with it. So it's gonna be awesome. I watched him sharpen a butter knife and made it like sharper than a razor. So I'm like, I can do this. I can totally have fun with that. So. Yeah, that was my fun gift for it. And then we got this. I was going to say, the same things all the time, but you get your gift cards to your restaurants and things like that. So looking forward to the upcoming date nights, and then looking forward to other things this year. We did make the executive decision that we're not going to do Long Beach, just because we know that it slows down, and then with Mexico next month, or there in February, it was like if we ran everything would be fine, but it's a lot nicer if we don't do Long Beach because of what it'll cost for us. So that does not look like that's happening unless some crazy orders come in here in the first 2 weeks that I'm like, I can justify it. This year I'm not sure if I can justify it, especially for what's out there. That's the only time you're doing the same product on the shirt at the same time. A lot of times I need 2 different temps. Oh yeah. You're that does make sense when you need the 2 different temps. 2 presses, man. That's what you need, right? I bought the tag along. I think this is Sarah. Maybe is this Sarah? Sarah, is this you? Yes, it is Sarah. Because it says sorry, Sarah, down there. Sarah, are you excited for tonight? She's probably ready to throw up. I bought the tag along back Chicago. It's amazing, super fast. If the shirt front is DTF, I recommend DTF for the neck tag. If it's screen print, then I recommend screen print, so the time and temp stay the same. So there you go. And both those work out well because you can, especially if you're doing the tags, you can basically have black or white. And then you're going to have, what are you putting on your information and then everything else that goes with it. So you could have those 2 sets of it. Here's all my screen printed white ones, my screen printed black ones, my DTF white ones, my DTF black ones. So that's a great tip there, Sarah. And Chuck says, have to wait till after the first of the year, do some shopping. larger press and laser. Ooh, yeah, Chuck. Chuck's ready to roll with that, getting all kinds of fun stuff. I even worked yesterday on family gifts for last night's Christmas, where it was like, oh, yep, we can still get time to get that out. We could still do that. So worked right up until the last minute, and in fact, I'll still be working this week on gifts for Christmas on Sunday. I'm not the only one that does that, right? Like, not at all. Like, we're still working on things like that. But yeah, that's what I got. Not a whole lot today. Like I said, it wasn't a structured show. It was here. Let's chit chat about this because the big thing is content planning with Canva tonight, 5 p.m. I know Sarah is stressed out about it. I said, let's get on a call. Everything will be fine. She doesn't think what she does is special, and I'm here to tell you anything that you do, every one of you, is special in its own way. I don't use Canva for content planning. I didn't even know it was really possible to do it. I hadn't paid attention that much. And so when somebody else says, "Yeah, I use it for this," hey, you have a skill, you have knowledge, and it is dumb or stupid or whatever you think it is. It's not, because you know something that somebody else isn't, and people are willing to learn that, to listen. So that's going to be tonight's premises. I'm going in there to listen and learn as much as I can, because if going into next year we really want to ramp up our business, then if that's a tool that can help me, then that tool is definitely going to help me. So Sarah, I'm looking forward to that call there. Um, I do got to clean. I do got to clean up a mess. I've got a mess of ribbon and twine and beads on my desk from ornaments from over the weekend to get out. So I do have to do that. I do have to look at a few other things. Looking at forward from here. Like, what's the next thing that you're doing for? As far as like gift giving holiday, we've got Valentine's Day. As far as sports, those are starting up. You'll have your spring sports start up, February, March, right around there. But they're ordering stuff, especially jersey wise. That's something we're going to push. We need to do that in January, so that way they have everything back in time. So, what's next on your agenda? And I think that's going to be one part of when we do the private membership group, is that whole here planning. A lot better at planning. If we're in November or we're in December now, what are we planning for? What should we be working on? It typically should be 3 to 6 months out on things, have things in the works for it. And once we get through that first year of it, guess what? It's the same every year, right? That same thing. You might add something or take something, but for the most part, it's just going to continue on. So getting that first year is the most important one, and that's what we're going to do, is work on all of that. MM Customs, good morning to you. Had everyone great there. Had a great Christmas and got to take time off. Kind of, sort of, not really. Maybe that's what this week is for. There's a story that once the story ends, I will tell people about it. But it's so far it's been a good story, and once we know the end, we'll tell it. But I know that there's a lot that I wanted to get done for this holiday that we didn't do it. I think depression really kicked in. Usually, by the time my birthday rolls around there, mid-November, I just start getting the holiday blues. I think it becomes, people have very short tempers during that with customers. And so, I do my best to take care of everyone. And sometimes they just can't make everybody happy, especially ones that aren't leaving things in quotes. When I say, hey, go to the website and put a quote in for it, so don't forget it. When you put something in my messenger and 2 weeks before Christmas, like, hey, can I get this? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. Just, let me know, here, go here, fill this out. And they don't do it. And then, 3 days before Christmas, hey, I was just checking in on this. Yeah, you didn't fill that out, did you? So then I feel like an ass. And you have that. Throw in the shipping nightmares that we ran into and the DTF nightmares we ran into. December was not a good month for us. Typically, it is a slower month, but it was, really slow. So that was one of the factors of looking at Long Beach was, so December was slower than normal. And does it make sense to do that? I'd rather hold that cash and then reinvest that into some marketing efforts and start the year off then to spend it. And even though, man, it is nice going to Long Beach. So we'll see what happens the next couple of weeks. But I'm going to get out of here. We've got tonight, 5 p.m. Make sure to go set your reminders and check in for that tonight, 5 p.m. for Tuesday with Todd. See, doing this on a Tuesday morning is really throwing me off for it because I don't know what day is what and what's going on for it. But we've got that tonight, using Canva as a content plan. Using Canva, God, I feel like I'm going to I don't know, cough, or I don't know what I'm going to do right here. There it was, cough. Okay, so we're going to talk using Canva tonight. So make sure to tune in for that 5 p.m. Central. And then we'll be back tomorrow, Friday, for Morning Mindset. And then we're going to talk about, next Tuesday as well. So you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.